Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is to solve page 15, guys, from sheet 26. Well, first of all, you have a diagram here. If you focus on the diagram, guys, this is x, so this is x the same, this is x the same, because we have rectangle here we have rectangles, so x, any horizontal line will be the same length, x. Okay, if you read the story here, a farmer has 180 meters of fencing. With the 180 meter of fencing, he makes an enclosure divided into 8 equal rectangular pens, so all rectangles are equal, as I told you. The fencing is used for the perimeter of each pen. Well, what about y's? Now, about y, this line is y, so this is y as well. Y. Any vertical one line is y, and of course this is y as well. Well, now, part AI, he said here, show that y equals 18 minus 1.2x. Now, unfortunately, some people start using the statement that is required to prove and start solving it, which is wrong. Remember, please, in exams, when he says that show that something, it means it's not allowed to use it and solve it. Now, you have to use something else to reach this. So this statement, it's not your initial step, it is your final answer. Well, where should we start from then? From anything, any given in the question. Well, it is obvious here that this is the main given in the question, that the fencing length is 180. Well, can you tell me the sum of all pieces here? The sum of all lines, because the sum of all lines together should be equal to 180 meters. Now, how many x's do we have? If you count how many x's do we have here, it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 lines, 12x, so 12x plus how many y's? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10y. So 12x plus 10y, this should be 180 meters of fencing. Now, every now and then in these type of questions, you should have a look on the required to prove. As you can see here, it is very obvious that we need to divide by 10. So let's divide by 10 here, everything by 10. So if you divide by 10, this will be divided by 10. This will be 1.2x. Now 10y divided by 10, it is y only. 180 divided by 10, it is 18. We simply need just to move this to the other side in order to make y alone as he wants. So y equals 18 minus 1.2x. And this is exactly like what he wants us to prove. Well, part double I, it says here show that the area, show that the area is this. Well, let's find the area of this, guys. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rectangles. First of all, let's find the area of one rectangle. The area of rectangle is length times width, which means x times y. So we can say that the area equals x times y. But wait a minute, we have 8 rectangles here, so times 8. Now area equals x times y times 8, it means 8xy, right? This is my area so far. But if you compare the answer you have just gotten and the answer he wants us to reach, this is his area, this is my area. What's the difference? It's very clear that his answer doesn't have y at all, which means this y should be disappeared now. Okay? We have to remove this y and just put anything instead of this y. What can be put instead of y? You got before y equal this, so simply you can take this quantity instead of y. So we will put this here instead of this circle. Now let's see what we have now. So area equals 8x. Instead of saying y now, we will put the equivalent bracket, 18 minus 1.2x. Now normal distributing 8x times 18 and 8x times negative 1.2x. This will give you 8 times 18 is 144x minus 8 times 1.2, it is 9.6 x squared. And finally, this is exactly like what we want to reach. Well, let's move to part B. Part B is somehow easy. So the derivative dA by dx, it means the derivative of A. You have A here, so this is the answer of A, so you just differentiate it. Now 144x, it will be 144 only. Now negative 9.6x squared, it will be negative 9.6 times 2. When you take the 2 down, it is 19.2x. This is the derivative. So you can write this answer here now, 144 minus 19.2x. Okay, so now it says find the maximum value of A. Now, as usual, how can we find the maximum value? To find the maximum value, you find, guys, remember this please. Find the maximum value, find the minimum value, find the coordinate of the turning point. All these the same meaning. The same way, you take the derivative and you make it equal 0. So let's make derivative equal 0. So dA by dx equals 0, which means here is our derivative. Remember, we got it in part B. So 144 minus 19.2x equals 0. So 144 equals 19.2x divide by 19.2. So x equals 144 divided by 19.2, which means x is 7.5. But he didn't say the maximum x, the maximum value of A. So let's substitute this value in A. Okay, so A equals 144 times 7.5 minus 9.6 times 7.5 squared. So A maximum equals 540. What's the unit? Was it meter or centimeter or what? It is meters, so 540 meter squared. Now this is the answer of this question, page 15. Hopefully you understand. Thank you.